BBC WM just coming up to 10 to 9 here. And I'm getting rid of Oasis because I'm actually going to bring you some live guitar music to enjoy. So, sorry, Noel and Liam, you're just going to have to step to one side for a moment. As part of Sunday Breakfast, I want to try and bring you a taste of music from religious groups right across Birmingham and the Black Country. Maybe you have a hidden gem that lights up your service each week. Are your bell ringers particularly punchy? Whether it's singing, playing instruments, or just making beats any other way, do get in touch with me and let me know. 03453 00 9956, or if you want to email me and sort of discuss a little bit more details, drop me a line at michelle.dawes@bbc.co.uk. But with that in mind, I want to welcome into the studio my next guest, who's a guitarist from Birmingham, quite renowned now really for making beats with his guitar, Matthew Socci.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and thank you for coming in, because actually you were performing last night in Yardley at St Edburgher's Church. Tell us about the concert.
It was a really good concert, actually. It was a fundraising event for a nursing home, and it was in St Edburgh's Church. But it was great. Like, we had so many different variety of acts. There was like a saxophone player who was awesome, like some gospel groups and stuff like that. And it was just really good. We had a band as well, which were quite jazzy and.
So and how did the actual fundraising go? Because this is for the Yardley nursing home, isn't it?
I don't know how much they raised altogether, but I know they. I think in the matinee they raised about like 160 or something like that, which was pretty good. But then because they had they had a matinee performance and they had an evening show as well.
So you did two shows yesterday, and you're still here this morning. Thank you so much.
I had to be up at about 5 this morning, but not
blimey. Now, I've been listening last night. Yeah, feel free to tinker away at the strings. I was spending a bit of time yesterday listening to some of your work, and it's quite specific. You've got a real style. How did you develop into that style? Because it's not just about guitar playing, really.
Well, I started off with classical guitar, and then I started to branch out in like different styles of like hitting the guitar and stuff. And the guitar is basically like a hun with strings, like, so you can get so many different. Out of it, just like hitting it. And then while my right hand's doing the percussive stuff, my left hand's now free to do other things like hammer-ons and pull-offs, so things like that. So I can go add a little beat to
it. Wow. Do you know, just to watch that, it's amazing, because it's not the traditional way of strumming the guitar in the middle bit. You're actually making the melody up on the strings, and then you're using the bottom of the guitar almost like a drum. You are an entire band in one man.
Thanks. It's actually like, believe it or not, it's a fairly normal thing to do, is to drum on the guitar, because in flamenco guitar, like, people do that quite a lot. So it's come from that, but it's getting a bit more popular lately. Like don't you ever seen like the Wonga advert had like a kind of a slap guitar duet going on and stuff like that?
Yeah. Wow. And also, I was quite mesmerised by some of your music. Has it sort of helped you with your worship when you're sort of spending a few moments?
I like to like, all my music is inspired by worship and just kind of just spending time with God, and then kind of releasing images that He gives me and stuff like that. And I like to have like a lot of imagery in the pieces, and then I feel like He gives me images when I play, and then I kind of paint those pictures into the song and stuff like that. So,
wow. So it's actually kind of moved you slightly closer to God. It's sort of giving you a bit of a help with that way. That's fantastic. Well, we're going to hear some live music from Matthew Socci in just a few minutes. I think if it's all right with you, Matthew, I'd like to sort of kind of play us out this morning. If that's
definitely.
All right. So just stay there for one moment.
Have your say.
Text the letters WM
and then your message
to 81333.
BBC WM 95.6.
So back with Matthew Socci, who you may have heard is in the studio with me this morning. He played, two concerts yesterday at St Edburgh's Church in Yardley, but he's very kindly got up early this morning to come back to talk to us. Thank you ever so much. So we're going to have some live music. Tell me a little bit about what you're going to play, first of all.
I'm going to play, this is a song called War Dance, and it's off the brand new album. I've been recording it this week, so it's been an intense week, but I'm here to play it. So be sure to check that out. Check me out on Facebook and YouTube and all that, and you'll see when it's released. So shall I go for it?
Brilliant. You fire away. I'm looking forward to this. Matthew Socci here
that was fun.
live in the studio. What was that called, for people who didn't catch that?
It was called War Dance.
And where can people hear more if they want more of that?
Yeah, well, I think there is a couple of versions on YouTube, but if you look for when my new album's going to be released, just type my name into YouTube, Matthew Socci, Socci, and you'll get some info on that.
Oh, fantastic. And everyone who wants to hear any more, I know I do, you should go to BBC WM's Twitter page, which is at BBC WM. All of Matthew's details are there. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Matthew. I hope we hear more of you in the future. Thank you. That is wonderful. Just coming up to 9 o'clock now. And so after the news headlines, we will be...